Welcome to the ChickenBytes podcast series, in which we unpack the issues currently facing the South African poultry industry. We are joined today by stakeholder engagement and transformation lead Surisa Nel at the Association for Meat Importers and Exporters, otherwise known as AMIE. AMIE is responsible for an industry-first initiative known as the AMIE Academy. Welcome, Surisa, and thanks for joining us today. How did the Academy come to be, and what are the primary objectives of this initiative?
So the Academy was launched at the end of 2023 as the Industry Transformation Initiative of the Association for Meat Imports and Exports of South Africa, also known as AMIE. So our main objective is to identify and develop SMEs owned by previously disadvantaged individuals to become skilled and equipped to be economically active in the industry, and to be ready for adoption into enterprise supply development programs, also known as ESD, investment opportunities, supplier contracting opportunities, basically to elevate them to a level where they are ready for those opportunities when they come through.
How is the development program structured, and what impact has it had on the candidates?
So most people don't realize how long and complicated the road is that a piece of meat takes from where the animal was raised to the moment it sizzles on your fire. It's a very complicated route to move meat across borders. And realizing that, we put together approximately 12-month structured program for these specific entrepreneurs. Our program falls out into 4 phases. Phase 1 is a selection of the most suitable candidates, and this is almost the most important because we want to have candidates that we know that will go through the whole length of the program and not drop out because it's something that they can't do or a commitment that they can't keep up. Phase 2 is a business analysis of each of these SMEs. Here we determine their business maturity level and possible gaps that we need to address. It informs our curriculum and the coaching activities that are kicked off immediately after this phase. And I can just say that we have business coaches with our SMEs straight through the whole program, and they basically use their own business as a case study to build their portfolio of evidence around. So when they're done with the whole program, they've got a business strategy, they've got a plan, they've got a marketing plan, everything focused around their business. The following phase, phase 3, is the business boot camp. It's around 6-month long, in-depth training on business skills, but specifically tailored to empower entrepreneurs, which is different than a corporate environment. Entrepreneurs need a completely different skill set. Then phase 4 is an industry-specific training module. This is the ins and outs of the value chain, the supply chain, the regulatory matters, as well as practical immersions and exercises to demonstrate the theory of these regulations and the framework in practice for our candidates to see and experience what it is like out there and where the need is for the regulations and the compliance and the ins and outs. And once they're done, our first pilot group is almost done with their full program, and we are incredibly proud of them. We didn't have one dropout, and they have grown over the past 12 or so months to an extent where we are confident that they can make it out there. The growth that they've shown in their maturity levels, their self-confidence, their business knowledge, and their knowledge of the industry, especially comes out in our forum discussions, which we have once a month, and we talk about serious and really complicated matters. So it is absolutely phenomenal to see the growth.
It sounds like you've had very positive feedback from the candidates or the SMEs, and that they have really embraced this program.
Yes, and it's such a fulfilling thing to see and to witness the growth of these SMMEs, because you have to remember they're all entrepreneurs. They're not full-time students. They all have lives, they have families, and they have businesses, and still they are committed to finish this program. And it is just phenomenal. And I know that they will reap the benefits of that. We already, when they finish with their boot camp phase, they receive a certificate of completion with an electronic badge, and I believe that it is part of the differentiator for the AMIE Academy candidates. Once they're done with the program, it elevates them to a level of insight and skills that they might not have had before.
What mechanisms or tools have been made available to support these candidates after completing the program?
So as I said, we already given all of them their certificates of completion after the business boot camp, but after they're done with the program, they're not just left out in the lurch. In fact, we've already got our digital marketplace live and ready, the AMIE Academy Exchange Village. We showcase them there, each business. It is basically a portal with multiple functionalities. Here, other stakeholders in the industry can read all about these SMMEs. They can contact them. They can offer opportunities for contracting and ESD. And our candidates are also not left out in the cold. There's a community of practice around them where they can continue to engage with one another, but also continue their individual learning journeys, follow news on our forum discussions and news reports that are all relevant to the industry that they have chosen to run their businesses in. We also have coaches available to them. After the program, it is up to them to invest in their own businesses, but they have built quite a strong personal relationship with their business coaches. As you can understand, an entrepreneur's business are their babies, and it takes a lot of trust to take somebody into your confidence and to discuss these matters with. So they have a really strong relationship with their business coaches, and these are also still available to them afterwards. And of course, then the opportunities that come along for contracting and uptake into supply chain.
It really sounds like already this is an incredibly supportive program. So, what future goals or objectives are envisioned for the Academy?
Well, we are currently busy with our second cohort. So just to put this into perspective, our pilot group was a group of 5. Our second cohort is a group of 15. So everything amplifies, and the momentum as well. We've learned so much from our pilot group, and we've already implemented those learnings into cohort 2's planning. And it is already amazing to see the engagement that we have on our different forums and discussions and WhatsApp groups. So our aim is to grow this community and establish a center for development excellence in an industry where it is really difficult to make it on your own as an SMME. To run a small business, a medium-sized business in South Africa is already a tricky thing to do if you don't have a network around you. And in the industry that we are playing, it is exceptionally so because it's so specific and so specialized. So we are building a community around these entrepreneurs, and we're not only focusing on meat trade specifically, we're looking at adjacent services as well, things like freight forwarding, cold storage, logistics. So it all works together because we know that we don't operate in a vacuum. It's part of a bigger value chain. We are also looking to roll out modules to our members and the industry that can be a value add to their onboarding processes as refresher courses. So watch the space. We will hopefully do that sometime this year. And we offer seamless ESD or enterprise supplier development solutions to help stakeholders in the industry to not only maintain their good corporate governance, but make a net positive impact on the industry and economy while doing so. It's so easy just to tick boxes because it's necessary for your triple B certification. But what you really need to do is make a net positive impact and do that while growing the industry and the economy.
It sounds like an incredibly successful program, Surisa, and I'd like to throw in one more question. Where can interested entrepreneurs go to find more information on the program and how to enroll?
Thanks, Jenny. Yeah, we really, there are so many different programs that are already being run in South Africa for other industries, and we've learned lessons from them as well. You can either do it easy or you can do it well, and we've decided to take the long route and do it well, and really build a base and a foundation of knowledge from where our entrepreneurs can build on further. The best for candidates that are interested is to email me directly, surisa@amiesa.co.za, or they can have a look on our website, the AMIE website. Under our activities, there's an Academy page that they can link from on the homepage menu, and there they can see what we are doing. From time to time, I link in podcasts and interviews with current and previous candidates, and all the information, the activities around the Academy is showcased there.
Thank you for joining us today on Chicken Bites, and we hope to have you on the next episode.